On this, the third video of the Fix It and Flip It series, we are doing a window regulator on this 2010 Dodge Avenger, so stay tuned. So to catch everybody up on the series, in the first video we did a trunk strut, then we also did a trunk taillight along with a walkaround, and in the last video we did a climate control module and a vent actuator motor. And so in this video we're going to replace the window regulator, so stay tuned. So far on this project we spent $1,500 on the car, $44.51 on the trunk taillight, $32.09 on the vent actuator, climate control module was $52.99, and our total is $1629.59. Alright, so now we're at the part that I'm most not looking forward to, and that's doing this window regulator. Right? They're not hard to do, it's just a pain in the butt to do. And the scary part with this one is I can already tell somebody's been in here. There's a big gap here, this screw's not even right over here. I can tell somebody's been in here, and so let's go ahead and get this panel off and get this switched out. Yeah, both these screws here are missing. So that tells me already. Yep. So the reason we're doing this, I guess I should say that, is because the window does not go up and down. So we're going to go ahead and take this off and get it out of the way. May have to go pick one up, but I don't really want to on this car. Alright, so we got this off. There's a screw behind here, I know that. Let me go get my tools here. So we need to get this cover off first. When we go get set, we'll get these off. Alright, so these bolts are all 10mm. I'm going to go ahead and get my electrical all unplugged that I can and out of the way. It's a lot of latch stuff here. I think I'm just going to try to drop it off out of the way. Right here's the motor. Those are Torx. Let's go ahead and get that first. T30. Go ahead and pull this motor out of the way. Here in a minute I'll have to tape up the window before we start pulling the actual actuator. I'm going to go ahead and tape this window up so it don't fall. Now I believe these bolts go to the actuators themselves. Let's get in here. So here's our window actuators. So you take these two bolts out and remove those. Oh boy, what did I get myself into this time? Let's get this one if we can. There's that one. Alright, should come apart now. And it did. So I didn't really even have to take the motor screws out. But I did it anyway. Okay, so this is definitely not meant to be a tutorial on how to do this. So I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I got this first half of the actuator on. I had to take the motor off to get to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and place the second part of the actuator. Following where it goes. There's little guide pens on these too, which helps a lot. This all mounted and go from there. Still not quite sure how it hooks up to the window, but we'll figure it out in a minute. Hopefully you guys can still see what's going on, I'm not sure. Alright. This one's being a pain in the ass for some reason. I don't want to start. There it goes. Alright, so the glass is up here. I think I need to drop it down a little bit so I can line it up. But I gotta get these old ones off. Set this out of the way. We're gonna drop the glass down about 4 inches so I can get to these old holders and get them out. So it'd be nice to have an assistant. But we'll get to it. Oh, yep, so my wire there right here, I can feel it to keep it up. Oh my gosh. Funny what you find when you do these. Feels like a piece of clothes hanger. It is a piece of clothes hanger. So usually that's about the golden spot, a couple inches down. It's fine. So I'll hold it for a minute anyway. So it might be all I need. Again, this is not meant to be a tutorial at all. So I ended up just putting it back on. I'm going to try to slide the glass down in and lock it. I'm going to try it. So basically I didn't put the little catch assembly on the glass to begin with, and I'm trying to cheat and slide the glass down in there without having to take it all back apart and put those on first and then put the door on. And eventually I'm actually successful. I was able to get the glass into the catch like it's supposed to be and push it down. So it took about 30 minutes of fighting with it, and eventually I was able to get it down in there and snapped in. You might have to throw some Windex or something on there for grease. That's what I did, is I filled it with Windex and then shoved it down. Now we can go ahead and start reassembly, starting with the window motor. So I ended up using the screws to press the motor on the shaft. Just take your time using the 3 screws to keep it nice and level as you press it back in. Then lastly, put the electrical connection back on. It's keyed so it only goes one direction. Most of these are. I'm going to grab the controller. And we'll see if I end up taking this all back apart in 5 minutes. And these are usually keyed where you can't put them in the wrong place. I gotta figure out where I put the key. And we'll come back and try this. I will put it out there. It probably would be easier just to put the glass on the clips before you put the panel on, but I'm stubborn and I made it work. It just took a little bit of extra work to get it pressed in. So after all the struggle, I figured out that you could roll the window down. There's a little tab on the window. You gotta open that tab and push down, and that's how you seat the window on the left side. So if you end up doing this method, which I wouldn't recommend, you gotta make sure to roll the window up to where you can reach the tab that clamps onto the glass through this little window, and that's how you can finally get it seated on the door. We got it. Alright, we got it in there now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this door panel back together and we'll be done. Everything's working like it should. Put this back on. So what happened is I broke this little plastic piece that goes in here. So now the door's not going to work. So off those, oh my god, go. In case you have that happen too, they sell these at AutoZone. It says Ford on it, but the part that I broke looks just like the yellow one there. So we'll make it work if it's not exact. But anyway, with these cars, when they're over 10 years old, these plastics are so bad that they always break whenever you remove latches and so on. So let's go ahead and get this one on and move on. I want to get this door panel back together for the night, get battery on the charger. Then tomorrow we'll do the rust repair and be ready to be done with this. Slide that in. Pop that over. Done. Gotta take the old one out here because it broke off. Easiest way is just pop it up from the bottom. Usually you can get like that. Just pull, pop it out. Boom, done. Next, I went ahead and got everything plugged back in. I just basically took the harness and made sure all the plugs, one by one, went somewhere. In hindsight, it probably would have been a good idea to go ahead and number these and all that good stuff, but I got it all figured out. It just took me about 15 minutes. Alright, so the mystery plugs, this one right here, goes right around here to the door latch. So, and then we're gonna lift this up, get this back in here, get this closed off, and we should be ready to put this panel back on. So that goes like that. And this cover goes in here. Some kind of dust cover or something. Try to get it back in. Not super concerned with it, but I'd like to have that. Alright. We gotta pull this electrical through. Still missing a ton of screws. I'm gonna see if I can find some extras and put in all these places. This one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this super glued, and while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna try to dig up some screws to fit in here and fit back here that we're missing. So I'll be right back. Hate getting super glue on my hands. I think I wore the gloves because this is not the smoothest, cleanest way for sure to do this, but it should work. I had to reuse this old tube, so the top was super glued shut, so I ended up tearing it in half. That's why it's a little messier than usual. Yep, the whole not getting super glue thing on the guide. It's gonna be all over this damn thing. Oh well, I'll have to get a razor blade and clean it after it dries. Sometimes stuff just goes awry. Alright, meanwhile while that dries, I bought a set of seat valve screws assortment from Harbor Freight because I kind of figured there'd be stuff missing. I've seen somebody's been here before, so let's see if any of these will fit in here, which I'm sure they will. Oh, that's in the door forever. It's kind of crooked, but it's better than no screw at all. I'll have to do some cleaning tomorrow, but they're all good. There's one, two. There we go, snapped in. We got our new screw, which will help. So tomorrow we'll go through, we'll get this cleaned up. I'm probably gonna have to put a battery in the car. And then we gotta do the rust repair across the bottom of the doors and then one side. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing if you like videos like this and you haven't subscribed already. The total so far on the car now is $1,665.56, and I'll see you guys in the next video.